Hey, nerd now.
Come on, man. Actually, I gotta keep it going. Just start over.
Why? You can't just redo it?
No, because we gotta exit out this whole entire broadcast.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck it. All right.
Just edit it out.
I don't know why you took forever to start.
Because I wanted at least a couple seconds to go by. All right.
Oh shit. Okay.
Great, you ruined it. Let's try again tomorrow.
Oh god.
Okay. Hey, Nerd Nation. What's up, guys? It's your boys, Amp, Kenny, and Steve. What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
What up?
What's up, guys? So, free agency is upon us. Monday was crazy. Let's kick it off. Tom Brady.
It's back.
Tom Brady is back.
At 44 years old.
He's
gonna be the first guy. He's gonna be the first guy to ever play at 45. So who has played at 44?
I think.
Adam Vinatieri?
Well, are they talking about quarterback or just player?
I think player. I don't think no player has played at 45.
Vinatieri was old as hell.
Yeah, what about Favre? How old was Favre when he retired?
Favre, he looked 60, but I don't think he was as old. He definitely was not on that Tom Brady diet plan.
Yeah. So, guys, you know what's crazy lately? The quarterback shift is straight to the AFC, right?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's in the AFC.
All the young quarterbacks are in the AFC.
All the young studs are in the AFC. The NFC just has Aaron Rodgers. Who else? Stafford.
And Kyler Murray.
And Kyler Murray. Now Tom Brady's back. What do we think? Are the Bucs back as contenders with Tom Brady?
Bro, as soon as he announced he was back, as soon as he announced he was back, like all their guys like re-upped. They were like, okay, we're coming back. Like, who was it? I can't remember who it was. The guard.
The center, Ryan Jensen.
Yeah, he was like, I'm coming back. And I think he took less money than he would have gotten if he tested free agency. So
yeah.
But yeah, they're back, bro.
Yeah, I mean they re-signed Jensen. They franchise tagged Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
And then I think yesterday or today they signed Russell Gage.
I think it was today.
Who's like a nice third wide receiver, you know what I mean? Plus, they don't have to rush Godwin back. He's fine, you know what I mean? I think he'll fill in the Antonio Brown role that he had last year, as long as he doesn't quit midway through a game.
You think Antonio Brown is coming back into the league or not?
I don't think so.
I think he is somehow, man. Like
Baltimore?
Every time,
you think Baltimore?
Somebody. Every time we say, okay, this guy's done. We said that like 3 times already, and he has done crazier stuff actually.
Yeah, like this guy has 9 lives.
Like, didn't he get into it with like the GM of the Raiders?
The Raiders, something like that. Yeah. That man has literally torched burned every bridge he's crossed.
Yeah.
The Bills for that 1 hour he was a Bill. Remember that? Then the Raiders. He didn't even play a game for the Raiders.
Even the Steelers, like as soon as he left,
for sure,
he talked mad shit about them. Like they're not gonna want you back.
And now the Bucs, like the guy, honestly, a team shouldn't take him, man. Let that man just go.
Keep hanging out with Kanye West or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, for real.
Leave him out there.
He's too much of an issue.
Yeah.
If he was to come back, where do you think that he would go?
Baltimore.
I think he would want to go to Baltimore.
Well, he mentioned that he wanted to go to Baltimore, but Baltimore said they have no want for him at all.
Honestly, forget wanting him, but if you're Baltimore, right, like it's not always a good idea to get to put your boys together.
Yeah,
because I think Hollywood is his younger cousin, I believe.
His cousin,
yeah.
And then they're all boys with Lamar, and sometimes like it might be amazing to be with all your boys, and then it might also be terrible.
Knowing Antonio Brown, it's not good to be with your boys.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Brady was his boy. Like Tom Brady is the reason he was back in the league.
And
he lived with him.
He lived with him.
Living at his house, yeah.
Yeah.
And you think Brady's still his boy at this point? Hell no. No way. No way that Brady has the same respect for him that he did before.
Yeah.
Who would? But yeah.
So the Bucs, I mean, they just needed Tom. Bro, think of the Bucs just 3-4 days ago. Who the hell were they going to get at QB? Go with Kyle Trask?
Jimmy G, probably.
Jimmy G, yeah.
Jimmy G, maybe like trade up, like
bring back Jameis.
What a miracle that Tom Brady came back for them.
I mean, there's no way they didn't know, right? They had to have some kind of idea.
I would think that they had an idea, but and I do like that Tom Brady announced it himself. Like, screw Adam Schefter spoiling it the first time. Like, Tom Brady's like, I'm coming back. Honestly, part of it, I think Tom Brady was like, in spite of everybody, I'm coming back.
And those gas prices, he was like, bro, I need to get a job.
That is true. That is true.
But
those 6-7 rings, not enough.
Not enough. But that's Tom Brady. He's back. We know what he is. We know what to expect from him in the Bucs. Like, that's not going to change. It's just going to be another Super Bowl contender season.
Yeah.
But then the new Super Bowl contenders are the Chargers.
Ooh.
In my opinion. Okay. You might not think so, but they definitely think that they're about to make that kind of like the LA Rams push as well.
Mm-hmm.
They traded for Khalil Mack, right?
Yep.
Traded for him. What did they send back?
I think a second and a fifth or something.
Was it even that much?
Maybe a second and a sixth.
They signed J.C. Jackson.
Yep.
They re-signed Mike Williams. Then they signed like 2 or 3 smaller pieces on defense because like their offense is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Right? And they're doing what we all wish our teams were doing. Yeah. Like having their young QB that has shown you that he can be an MVP candidate, and like now, like just take advantage of that rookie deal and go all in.
Well, that's the thing. Their young QB has shown that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And our young QBs are fighting for their job.
Yeah, our young QBs just might lose their job by like week 7 or so.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I don't even have a young QB, so I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Oh, you have the best QB here.
Yeah, right.
Bro, how mad do Commander fans have to be? Like the day after or 2 days after you guys traded for Carson Wentz is when the whole Deshaun Watson's not his silver cases, but the other ones got
dropped. The criminal.
No criminal charges.
And like
now, it wouldn't matter. He wouldn't. He doesn't want to come to us. He has no trade clause.
What? How you know that?
I think he said.
Why would he want? No, he doesn't want to come to Washington.
You're just saying. I mean, honestly,
but now you don't even have a chance. You know,
we didn't have a chance to begin with, to be honest.
Yeah,
we don't have enough capital to give up for him.
It's also not a good look. I'm just saying. Washington of all teams.
Yeah,
right.
You guys.
I mean, he would fit in with sexual assault allegations.
You don't have to teach him anything.
Right. But they wanted at least 3 first-round picks plus 2 like star caliber players.
I mean, you guys cut like 2 or 3 of them. You guys could have traded them. You guys,
they wouldn't have been enough. I mean, we cut Eric Flowers, we cut Landon Collins.
Well, you guys cut like 2 or 3 D tackles, I believe, right? Like starting D tackles.
No, there were backups.
Oh, okay.
Settle and Ionitis.
Oh, okay. But regardless, you have your QB now. You know, Carson Wentz.
Yeah, and the problem is you are locked into him at least another this season.
I think like 2 years, 3 years.
Maybe.
God. Well, at least he's cheap, right?
Yeah.
He's not. Definitely not.
You know who is cheap, and I kind of like the move. Pittsburgh signing Mitch Trubisky.
I love it. As soon as they announced it, I texted Guti, who's our friend, who's a Steeler fan, and he was excited about it. I'm like, bro, Chicago sucks, okay? And that's where he was, Chicago. He never got a good chance there. Now he has weapons everywhere. He has Tomlin. He has a good defense. Like, I think we're going to be surprised at how he does. I'm not saying he's going to be a Pro Bowler, even though he has been before. Mr. Trubisky is a former Pro Bowler.
He literally did make the Pro Bowl.
All right. But, like, he has Deontay. He has Claypool. He has Najee. He has the Muth. The Muth is loose. Like, there's no excuse. I think we're going to be surprised. Like, if Jimmy G can be decent, relevant, like, I think he can be at least like a Jimmy G light, which I don't know if that's the best thing ever.
I mean, he can't be worse than how Big Ben looked last year.
Yeah, or starting.
I mean, he could, but still.
What's his name?
Oh, God.
The former Washington guy? No, the former Washington quarterback did not on that team. Haskins. Dwayne Haskins. I couldn't think of his last name.
Yeah, that's the thing. Pittsburgh, it was like Mason Rudolph, Haskins, yeah, let's go get Trubisky.
Even what do you have to lose?
You have nothing to lose, and yeah, he's probably a stopgap, but he's a better stopgap.
Yeah,
so why not?
But that team is like, they're good enough to make like that 49ers push that they had a couple years ago. Like, if Trubisky can be decent, you never know. I'm not saying Super Bowl contenders, but you never know.
Yeah, they could possibly sneak in a wild card, possibly.
As long as everybody else dominates.
Now look at that division. Now the Bengals are the class of that division, along with the Ravens.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
and the Browns are back to being the Browns.
Browns are back to being the Browns. We'll get to them in a bit.
Yeah.
So the big splash of free agency, whether it was smart or not, is the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Shopping spree for them.
Bro, what are they doing?
Bro, at first I was texting you that as these news is breaking, I'm like, yo, they're going all in. This is smart. You know, they have Trevor Lawrence wasn't great last year, but they know they have a young QB who can be great. They're being smart and just going all in. Then they signed Christian Kirk to 4 years, $84 million. That's over $21 million a year, bro. Last year, people shitted on the Giants for giving Kenny Galladay, who's a former Pro Bowler, $17 million a year.
And led the league in touchdowns 1 year.
Christian Kirk, in I think 5 seasons? I believe it's 5 seasons.
No, it can't be 5. It has to be 4.
No, I think it's 5 seasons.
He's coming off of – this is his first time in free agency, so it can't be 5 years.
Hold on. All right. But regardless, even in 4 seasons, he has 4 100-yard games. 4 in 4 years. Like, what made him think – I don't care even if you see this guy and you're like, this guy has potential to be great, right? Which I don't think he does. This guy – his team took him, and then they couldn't stop signing and drafting other wide receivers.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't think if they see him every day, you don't think if they think he has a potential, they're not going to go all in on Rondell Moore. They signed A.J. Green or signed a trade, whatever it was. You know what I mean? Like, but the Jags did. The Jags went all in, and then they just kept going on receivers and other receiving options.
So I like the Christian Kirk decision to sign him. Right?
I agree.
I
wanted him.
I think he can be a nice piece, especially for a young team. He could be a good. He's not a number 1 receiver, but he could be a good focal point for your offense. But at that money,
he's the 3rd highest paid receiver now.
Like, what the hell is that? Jacksonville. Like, don't these teams know? Like, you kind of have to be reasonable when you give out these contracts because now you're affecting the rest of the league.
Bro, how pissed is everybody else? Like,
right, read the room.
San Fran, who has to pay Debo eventually, they have to be pissed. Washington, who has to pay Terry.
McLaurin. We're trying to pay him this year.
Who else? Just like all these guys about to get
Devontae.
extensions. Bro, imagine being Debo. You're chilling at home and you see this and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm about to cash in. Yeah. Like, they ruined the market, like, completely. Like, I'm not saying, like, but how do you prevent that? You can't prevent it.
Sure you can. Just don't be stupid with your money.
The owner, but Jacksonville's been stupid. Jacksonville's clearly not a ran well organization. Like,
maybe this was a big like conspiracy for Jacksonville to overpay Christian Kirk, knowing that Devontae Adams is not going to play on a franchise tag, and they don't have the money to make him the highest paid receiver in the NFL. As well as, like, we don't have the money to pay McLaurin, like, top 5 money. I mean, McLaurin's gonna have to get something close to what Christian Kirk has.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
McLaurin has 3,000-yard years. Every year he's at 1,000 yards.
Man, there's bums that have at least one 1,000-yard season, but Christian Kirk doesn't.
I know.
He still got paid. And then they continued to add Zay Jones, right? Which, by the way, they still have Marvin Jones, and they still have Laviska Shenault. Mm-hmm. And then they signed Evan Ingram when they have Dan Arnold. So it's like, I get going in, like, screw it, let's go all in. But, like, spread it out a bit.
There's a difference between going all in like the Chargers did and going all in like the Jaguars did, right? Like,
yeah.
You're doing like you want to appreciate that. But go all in the right way, not spending $84 million on Christian Kirk.
And also, none of the guys that they signed are amazing.
No,
besides maybe
Sheriff.
Sheriff, yeah.
What's his first name? Brandon
Sheriff.
Yeah, Brandon Sheriff. Like, that's it. Who's an offensive lineman? Like, besides that, like the other picks, the other signings, they're just average guys that they're hoping can be something else.
The Zay Jones pickup, I don't really understand.
He got paid quite hefty as well.
What was it, $24 million?
I don't even know.
I think it was 30.
Or $30 million?
I think it was $30 million.
For what? Like, I don't know. Evan Ingram pickup, okay, I can kind of see.
That was fine.
Yeah, it's just a 1-year deal, $9 million, whatever.
Right, but Zay Jones makes
also
no
not
sense.
Needed though.
Christian Kirk for that amount of money does not make sense.
No.
Meanwhile, they let DJ Shark leave.
Yeah, you lose DJ Shark and you let and you cut what was his name? The linebacker.
Miles
Jack,
who just signed with the Steelers literally like an hour ago. Right. Yeah. But for all that money, like I would prefer DJ Shark, who got 1 year, $10 million. Take him over Zay Jones.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't get the Zay Jones. Like, he was an okay piece for Vegas, but like,
he's bounced around a little bit.
He's your wide receiver 2 now. Like, you do not want him as your wide receiver 2.
Well, no,
or your wide receiver 3.
Wide receiver 3, not even maybe wide receiver 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
You're paying $10 million to your wide receiver 3.
Yeah,
or 4. That's way too much money.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're doing, man. It makes no sense. Yo, Christian Kirk was a wide receiver 4 or 3.
He was a 2-3. He's a 2-3.
Yeah, he was their slot guy.
Not last year. Last year, Hopkins and Green both had better years than him.
Did they?
Yeah. And then Rondell Moore was.
Rondell Moore was he's a non-factor. Yeah. Let's see if he becomes anything this year.
Yeah.
I have Christian Kirk in our dynasty if anyone's interested.
That is true.
Send some offers.
I'm okay.
They have wide receiver 1 if you haven't heard.
They have like 10 wide receivers, though. I'm okay.
Oh,
and they're paying them. What happened?
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
It's not as big. The Dolphins are signing Raheem Mostert.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Damn.
Why?
I don't know why.
You guys have like 4 running backs.
We are never going to
draft. You guys are the Jaguars, but it's the receivers you guys are doing with running backs.
I was just going to segue to the Dolphins because another team not doing much, but doing a little bit, but not much. So we're ready to talk about the Dolphins?
Yeah.
So right when free agency kicked off, the first or second signing was Chase Edmonds.
Literally 5 minutes in. No, don't worry. There was no tampering.
No.
That didn't happen.
No. 2 years, $14 million? $16 million? What was it? No, 2 years, $12 million, I think. Yeah, 2 years, $12 million.
Which I really like.
It's a nice signing.
And I think Edmonds is a good running back. I think Arizona should have kept him over James Conner. He was better in every aspect of the game except for James Conner happened to get the red zone carries where he had more touchdowns. That's literally it. But yards per carry, everything else, Edmonds is better.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't keep both. So I'll take Edmonds. I'm not mad at that. We re-signed Emmanuel Ogbah. Actually, we signed him 10 minutes before free agency hit. I'm super glad about that. Do not want him hitting free agency and leaving. Because you let one of your best defensive players go, now you have to fill in another hole. That's frustrating. I'm still waiting on them to sign a tackle, but they did sign Connor Williams from Dallas. He's a guard. He will easily slot into the starting guard position. And we also signed Cedric Wilson from Dallas, slot receiver. So what I think, he's a slot. Like 95% of the time was in the slot.
So why did I sign him?
Because I think they're going to push Waddle outside.
Okay. So they know Tua can't get him the ball out there, right?
We'll see. So now I don't know what the details are of Mostert's contract, but it can't be much. I mean, this guy's always hurt.
But why?
McDaniel's guy? I don't know.
You guys still have
Gaskin.
Do you guys have Duke still or no?
No, we would have to re-sign him if we
Who was the other running back you guys had last year?
Salvon Ahmed. Yeah.
Man, now you have Edmonds. Now you have Mostert. Like, why?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Mostert is like a cheap deal, like a 1 year prove it. He probably doesn't.
Well,
if we
he's
cut
hurt.
him, yeah. Well, he tore his ACL, or
he tore something.
The first game of the year, he got hurt.
I think he got hurt again. Like, didn't he try to come back?
No, he never came back.
Let me look into it. You guys keep talking about your disaster of a team right now, because I'm really upset with them right now.
So, Steve, let's segue to the Commanders. Anything special going on over there?
Yeah, we're terrible, and we make a lot of terrible decisions as usual. So we haven't signed anybody worth mentioning, honestly. I mean, we signed J.D. McKissick back, even though he was about to leave for the Bills, and Antonio Brown's career with the Bills was longer than his. We made not one offer to McKissick, and as soon as the Bills made him an offer, we matched it, and he decided to come back.
Really weird, like how that happened.
And then we cut Landon Collins, we cut Matt Ioannidis, we cut DeShazer Everett, which was our safety who got into a car accident last year and killed somebody. We cut Eric Flowers. We got rid of Sheriff, and then we signed
McCain, right?
We re-signed Bobby McCain, and we re-signed like our fifth string safety Troy Apke, which all he does is play special teams. Okay. That's basically all we've done.
So basically nothing.
Yeah, basically nothing. Clearing as much cap as we can because we're trying to sign. Huh?
Well, that's the problem. You got to pay Wentz.
Well, not only that, we need to pay McLaurin.
Oh, and he's going to be expensive now.
Yeah.
And you have no money because Carson is what, 28 mil, right?
Yeah, 28. We were at 33, and then we lost 28. And now we cleared up, I think, another 12 million by getting rid of all those people.
Mostert's deal is 1 year, $3.1 million. So that's actually a lot of money compared to what I thought it could be. So I think they're expecting him to make the team. Like, he's going to play.
Well, he's good, but he'll get hurt again.
Yeah, that's the problem. He always gets hurt. So,
but maybe if you guys have Shanahan's type of running game, you guys can throw anybody in there and they'll be fine.
That would be cool.
I mean, that's what the Niners do. No matter who it is, they produce. They literally can be like 4 running backs in, and they'll do well. Yeah. So it is what it is. Who else?
So, Amari Cooper got traded.
Oh,
bro! How
for nothing? Well, a 5th round?
A 5th and 6th. They swapped 6s. Are you kidding me?
Hold on. And why was he traded? Why did the Cowboys?
Oh yeah, because he's too expensive.
Too expensive. The very next day, they're like, maybe he's not that expensive, man. Maybe because the very next day, I think is when Christian Kirk signed, or a day or two later, whatever.
Yeah.
And now
I think it was like the next day, yeah.
And now Cooper looks cheap. Like if Christian Kirk is making 21 mil a year, I think Cooper makes 20 a year.
He's at that. But also they let him go, and they re-signed Gallup to 15 million a year contract, something like that.
They way overpaid him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they think he's going to be the number 2 now.
Yeah.
So,
but
that's what you pay a guy that you think is going to be like what you think he's going to be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You don't pay him a top 3 receiver contract because of potential.
No. Like, you pay him when he did it, when he proves it. I don't know. Jacksonville's ridiculous.
They tried to get Randy Gregory, and that blew up in their face.
Well, they tried to re-sign him.
Well, they did.
Oh, yeah.
He agreed, and then was like, nah, I'm good.
And then he flipped on him.
Well, he was going to agree, and he didn't like the language they used in his contract. So the Broncos matched it, and I guess put whatever languages that he wanted, and that was it. He was out.
Okay.
Wow. So the Browns also cut Austin Hooper today, and they re-signed, or did they tag David Njoku?
They tagged him.
It's Njoku time. Njoku's going to take this. It's finally. We've been waiting for him to get the shot for 5 years.
Yeah.
It should finally be his time. But the thing is, they have Cooper now. They have Njoku now. But Baker's out.
Yeah.
All these rumors with Watson to them, there's other rumors saying that even if they don't get Watson, like Baker's going to explore other options.
Yeah, I mean, so Deshaun Watson, right? He is meeting with teams to approve a trade.
Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Browns.
Is there anyone else?
I saw a rumor about San Fran, but
I don't think it's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's true either, or it just hasn't happened yet. But Cleveland again. Baker's done. Like, he's done there. So let's say they don't land Watson. What the hell are they gonna do?
So let's think of this. Let's say he goes to Carolina, which I thought the whole time he was going to Carolina. Carolina doesn't have a QB that can go somewhere and another team wants. Like, do you think another team's going to want Sam Darnold?
No.
Right? If he goes to Atlanta, then Matt Ryan can go to Indy or Cleveland, because now Indy needs a QB. Why is Indy not in the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes? I don't know.
Maybe draft picks or something.
Maybe they don't have a first. They don't have a first. Philly has it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yep. So, and if he goes to New Orleans, which it's gaining some steam that he might go to New Orleans.
Why?
Why go to New Orleans, man?
They
have better weapons.
Who? Kamara. That's it.
Kamara, who's going to jail?
Slant boy, Michael Thomas. I forgot about him.
Yeah, but they have no money.
The best weapons are Carolina.
Yeah, but you think McCaffrey's going to stay there? McCaffrey's going to be part of that deal.
Doesn't matter. They still have the better weapons.
Would he? If you're Houston, do you want him? You want to pay a running back $20 million a year?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want them.
But
Houston, you got to rebuild. Like, you're going to get a ton of draft capital. You do not go pay a running back. It has never been successful, a team, when they're paying a running back $15 to $20 million. It's just not.
Yeah, no, look at the Giants.
Well, I mean, they're not paying him, but
what happened?
He said,
look at the Giants.
Why? What happened? I missed my bad. I was reading our notes
about paying running backs a shit ton of money.
I said it's not success. A team is never successful when they're paying a running back 15 plus a year.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
We haven't paid Saquon yet.
That's what I said. You haven't paid Saquon. Which
y'all
might
trade him.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm not going to pay him. Yeah, which sucks, but it's what it is.
But again,
this regime owes him nothing. So
yeah,
they didn't draft him.
The talk was that we were going to get a Deshaun Watson answer today.
Today or tonight. I need it now during our episode.
That would be freaking awesome. Hopefully it comes tomorrow at least, and then there's going to be a lot of shuffling.
It's going to be a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Soon as – sorry, go ahead.
Even the tackles are not signed. Some of the top tackles have not signed yet. Like Teron Armstead is waiting for Deshaun Watson's decision.
I mean, it's gonna change the whole league. He is a top 5 guy.
Yeah, right? You don't see a 26-year-old top 5 QB ever available.
Anywhere he goes. And I think if he goes to Cleveland, that's going to cause the biggest ripple effect, because Baker will go somewhere else.
Baker's leaving regardless, though.
Yeah, but
he's going to Indy. Watch.
I think he's going to Indy regardless. Yeah,
so is Seattle? I mean, Seattle. We're not talking about Seattle right now, but are they going to get stuck starting Drew Lock?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe he starts the year and then they throw the rookie, whoever they draft. Maybe they draft somebody with the 9th pick. I don't know.
I think they definitely draft someone in the 9th.
Let me ask you a question, Steve. Who would you rather start on your Washington Commanders? Carson Wentz, Baker Mayfield, or Matt Ryan?
Oh,
you don't have a choice anymore, but who would you pick?
It's terrible.
No, it is terrible.
Mind you, Matt Ryan is due, I think, 35 or 40 million this year.
I mean, as far as so money doesn't matter, just as far as skill set. Who would I start?
Who would you rather have as your starting quarterback? Forget money. You're not the one paying them.
Honestly, probably Wentz out of the 3.
Get the fuck out of here. There's no way.
I don't even like Wentz, but I'd rather start Wentz over Mayfield. I rate Ryan at the very bottom.
You put Matt Ryan at the very bottom?
Matt Ryan, he's also 37, 38.
Yeah, he's older than time itself, and he just doesn't have it anymore.
Regardless of these 3, they're not going to be on your team for more than a year or 2.
True.
Doesn't matter.
You think you're going to have Carson Wentz on your team in 3 years? I hope so.
I don't think he's going to play a full season. I don't think he ever has, but it doesn't matter.
He did last year.
He just did, buddy. He just did.
Yeah, barely. He was hobbling around with no ankles.
You know what? I hope he has a great second half of the season. You guys re-sign him for a 5-year contract. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
That'd be hilarious. So yeah, Deshaun Watson is going to create the biggest ripple effect. I can't wait. Bring on the chaos.
Why would he even want to go to Atlanta? We're talking about no weapons. Atlanta has no weapons.
Yeah, no.
3 years ago, they had Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley, and Russell Gage. For different reasons, they're all three gone.
And they had Hooper.
Who was it?
Now they have his Pitts.
Was it
Devonta Freeman?
Was it Michael Turner?
Freeman? Oh, come on, Turner.
Michael. That's like literally the only Falcons running back I can think of ever. Who did they have 2-3 years
I think it might have been Freeman.
Oh,
or was it Todd Gurley? Todd Gurley when he left the Rams.
Forgot that
they just had Gurley, I think, 2 years ago.
Maybe something like that.
They have nobody now. Nobody.
Yeah. Plus, their defense is not good. Kyle Pitts. That's it. Kyle Pitts is going to be looking around like, where the hell's my help?
Yeah.
I think Carolina. Plus, joining Carolina, will they probably instantly be the second best team? No, not probably. They will. Second best team in the division.
Yeah.
Tampa,
Panthers,
Carolina, and then Saints and Falcons.
Possibly the first best. They might be toe to toe with Tampa because Tampa's losing some pieces.
They are, but
I mean,
I'm not betting against them to finish first. But yeah, you're in the argument. You got Christian McCaffrey. They have weapons in Carolina,
right?
For sure.
DJ Moore.
Yeah,
I think. Well, they have Terrence Marshall from last year.
Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson, I believe, is a free agent. I believe.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think he might go to the Pats, from what I was hearing.
I think he might get traded. He's not a free agent yet.
Okay, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what Atlanta's cap situation is like, but
terrible.
I saw that they're interested in Jarvis Landry, right? Let's say Watson goes there. Now, I mean, you could, even if you have no cap, the cap it's not a real thing. It's fluid. Like, imagine Jarvis Landry goes there, and then maybe Allen Robinson goes there. Because Allen Robinson still isn't signed, right?
Allen Robinson is still available.
Odell Beckham is still available. I mean, he's hurt, but he's also a free agent. Like, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe he's thinking if he goes to Atlanta,
if they have the cap space,
his guys.
Do you think some of these vets that are in free agency, like OBJ and Jarvis and Allen Robinson, are waiting to see what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson before they make a decision?
I think a lot of players are holding off right now. Yeah.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to go to the best situation possible?
Which, again, why did the Commanders make that move so quick?
Because we knew that he wasn't going to come to us.
Yeah, but what if somebody, because of his signing, now somebody gets released that you weren't expecting? Like, for example, the Dolphins right now, J.C. Treader, the center from the Browns, Trotter, I don't think it was expected he was going to get cut. I would like the Dolphins to go get him. Or you know what I mean? Like, just wait a day. Wait a freaking day.
The trade in general was just dumb. Like, trade for Jimmy G. I rather take Jimmy G.
No, Jimmy G's the
most. Honestly, we should have just traded for whoever was the cheapest option. We have the 11th pick. We can get basically any quarterback we want. Why go for Wentz?
I don't know, bro.
I don't know if you. Well, the thing is, Wentz is a stopgap. So why do all that?
At $28 million? That's an expensive stopgap.
You don't trade away draft picks for a stopgap. You sign one. Like the Giants just yesterday signed Tyrod Taylor to a 2-year. Like,
that's a stopgap.
I like it because he is the definition of a stopgap quarterback.
Right.
If Daniel Jones sucks this year, he's still signed for next year. He'll be our guy next year. Rather we draft somebody next year and he just sits behind Tyrod for a couple games, or we wait to the next season to get somebody. Tyrod will be our stopgap, and I think it was 2 years, $11 million, right?
Yeah, he's super cheap.
Nothing.
I would have liked that. Even Trubisky, Trubisky was cheap.
Yeah.
But for the price that's what I was saying to you earlier. Like, I don't understand what Rivera's plan is. Like, are we rebuilding or are we competing? Because we're just riding the fence and we can't do either one.
This is the problem with a lot of teams in the league, right? Rivera, if you guys don't make the playoffs, he's probably getting fired, right?
He should be fired anyways.
So he needs to make whatever move he can do. The GM's not going anywhere because the GM just got there.
Right.
That's the problem when GMs and coaches are not married together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that's why the Giants fired Judge. because they wanted the head coach and GM to be together.
Yeah,
like have their guys pretty much.
That's the problem. You got the Commanders now. Ron Rivera's fighting for his life. He'll do anything just for a chance to make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Right.
When in another year that move's gonna look like crap.
Yeah, I don't think he gets canned after this year because we're going to be terrible this year. I doubt that we get 7 wins.
I mean, you made the playoffs with 7 wins.
But you know what?
2 years ago,
it's a better situation that Rivera might get fired than the Dolphins, because the Dolphins also didn't have a clean slate. Out of our 3 teams, the Giants are only one. You guys fired Flores and kept Greer. Let's say you guys suck. You guys can't keep going with Greer. So now you fire Greer, and then you hire a GM who maybe doesn't like McDaniel or wants to bring in his own guy, and then it's just an endless cycle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. Yeah. That's why, Joe Judge sucked, but the day before they fired him, it looked like they're going to keep him. You know what I mean? That would have been literally the same situation. So I'm glad that they decided to cut ties with him, and even with Patrick Graham, you should just be a complete clean slate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's going to be the same cycle over and over again in Washington until Snyder sells the team.
Yeah, man, he's terrible, bro. So bad. I honestly don't. I love it. I mean, I love it. I love that you guys are such a mess because, like, even when you guys are better than the Giants, I don't care because you guys still suck. You know what I mean? Like, I know that eventually the Giants will be better again than Washington. I don't ever expect Washington to be anything. That makes sense?
Our ceiling is very low because our upper management is just so bad. They make so many bad decisions. It just look how hard it is for us to get players. People don't want to come here.
It's crazy, bro. Like I can't imagine like the Giants have sucked for the last 4 years. Since 2016. Like 2016 was the last year we made the playoffs, right? But I know eventually it's going to end. Dolphin fans and Commander fans, I don't know when it's going to end for you guys. I really don't know. I mean, at least the Commanders or Washington has won in the last 30 years? Was it 30 years ago?
I think it was 1991.
91, yeah.
Anyways.
At least we made the playoffs 2 years ago.
That is true.
They did?
Yeah. Remember Heineke kind of came out of nowhere and was balling? He went toe-to-toe with the Bucs.
Last year, I remember you guys made the playoffs with RG3. I don't know why. Because RG3...
Kirk Cousins.
No, RG3 made the playoffs once.
Yeah.
Didn't Kirk Cousins make the playoffs with you guys? I'm pretty sure he did.
I think he did once. That was
remember, you like that? Wasn't that?
Yeah.
That was the playoffs.
No, I don't know. Yeah, Washington's so irrelevant. I forget I even saw them play. You know what I mean?
Guy.
I'm sorry. I got those shots at the division over here, okay? I have to. But that is the first wave of free. Oh, we didn't talk about Von Miller.
Von Miller.
Who just signed
2 hours ago.
120 over 6 years with the Buffalo Bills, who are kind of in the same boat as the Chargers. I mean, they're a little more ahead, but they also think that they can win the Super Bowl next year. So
they could have won this past
yelling
year.
outside my window. They could have, but now they're really gonna start going all in. That defense is solid. Now you add Von Miller to it. They really just need a running back. They need some kind of running game.
They almost have McKessick.
Okay, I said a running game, not a passing game. And then
they have a running back. His name is Josh Allen.
They don't. Yeah, right. They don't like running the ball.
Because they can't.
They can't.
They like this running back by committee bull crap where nobody puts up more than 800 yards a year.
That's like saying Baltimore doesn't like passing the ball. They can, or they're really good at running the ball.
Well, actually, they were doing really well passing the ball last year.
At
one point, I think they were top 10.
Oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Lamar Jackson. I feel like people have forgotten all about him.
I feel like he did get a little forgotten.
How about if recently cut Julio goes there? They need to
Baltimore.
Yeah, they need to keep adding receivers. I feel like
they have Hollywood Brown, they have Rashad Bateman, Allen Robinson. I don't know. I think Julio he might wait a little bit before he signs because
You know where he's going to end up. You know he's going to
New England.
100%. He's going to be a Patriot.
He is.
And they need him. They need somebody for him.
They got rid of Aguilar.
Did they?
Yeah,
No,
if they didn't already, they're going to.
They still
didn't they just pay him?
They're moving on from him.
Well, I mean, they need to. He sucks.
Yeah, he does suck.
He's going to go there, sign a 1-year, $3 million contract, something cheap, and Mac Jones is going to be amazing, and everyone's going to be all over it.
You sound very salty, man.
I hate them. Okay, I hate them.
What's wrong, man?
I'm trying not to curse.
Has this happened before?
Well, I like to get my recordings of Anthony's, not hot takes, but just bad takes that he has. Like he said that Herbert was going to suck. He was going to suck. He was terrible.
I own the Herbert one. I own it.
But don't forget, last year he swore that the Patriots were going to be so bad this year. They were going to be terrible.
They weren't that good.
I mean, yeah, they weren't really good.
They almost made the playoffs. Did they make the playoffs?
They did make the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs.
Yeah, and then
Anthony thought that they were going to be dead last. He's like, they suck, bro.
They might as well have been. The Bills played the NFL's one and only perfect game against them.
Whenever they made it.
They never punted and never had a fourth down. They scored on every single.
Was that the playoff game?
The playoffs, yeah.
Wow.
Where they beat the brakes off of them.
I'm not worried about the Patriots, man. They're not.
Here we go again.
I'm not scared.
The Patriots did what Anthony thought the Dolphins were going to do this past season. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Mac Jones is amazing, but the Patriots don't need him to be amazing. They just need a system quarterback. Look at Tom Brady.
They know how to play off of his strengths or his abilities, I guess you can say. 5-yard dump offs. Yeah.
But can they win a championship with that?
No.
Probably not. So this was like the first wave of free agency. We still have plenty, like we said, Allen Robinson hasn't signed yet. There's going to be we got the Deshaun Watson news that might come out tonight. So next week's episode, we don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll probably have to start off with whatever we hear from in the next few days.
Yep.
So
draft season.
Anthony, you were asking what the Giants are going to do at tight end, and I said they're going to sign a veteran, and then they're probably going to draft one. They just signed Ricky Seals-Jones.
Okay.
So,
what a way to end the show.
Ricky Seals-Jones, and then on the high note.
You're welcome.
Was he with you guys last?
He was a commander
last year.
Yeah. After Logan Thomas got hurt. Yeah. All right, guys. Great job. Free agency is still going underway. Guys, thanks for listening. Again, check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. And take it easy.